Welcome to In the Box Seat. I'm Ray Fewings. Great to be with you talking greyhounds on Channel 44 on the eve of this year's Triple M Racing Adelaide Cup. Triple M, of course, sponsoring the Adelaide Cup the last 2 years, and they've got their own runner again this year in Rush Hour. And we'll be talking to the trainer of that greyhound in Bruce Lellmann a little bit later on. Well, they haven't let us down as far as the quality is concerned in the Adelaide Cup. Following on from the Sister Cities Cup, in which we saw the great Bogey King win last Thursday night. Another dollar stayed over for the race, and the Dailies are concentrating again with a big team for the race. Jason Thompson trialled a few here last week, and they went brilliantly, so he's also concentrating on the Adelaide Cup. All in all, first-class fields. I'm a bit worried about whether or not we can get a South Australian greyhound in it. Some of the stars that are in the race, Mapunga Geordie, I think will win a heat. Zara Zulu's in it. We've got Bogey King, another dollar, the New Zealander, etc. And, of course, Spud Regis, the recent Coca-Cola Derby winner, who looks a soft snap in his particular heat. As far as the other feature races around Australia this week are concerned, over there in Albion Park, we've got the Rovers Moa Cup. That's over the 520. We've got the Mandurah Solo Mandurah Cup in WA, and we've got the Sydney Cup for the Stayers at Wentworth Park. So terrific backup. But really, all eyes are on South Australia this Thursday night for the heats of the Adelaide Cup, sponsored by Triple M, $7,250 heats, and the winner will take away $75,000 in cash for the big one on Thursday week. See if you can get out to Angle Park. It'll be a great couple of nights of greyhound racing. Now, we always try and find you a few winners. The Honeys have been working hard at it, and on Wednesday, race 10, number 2, Fire Tyson is the one they've come up with from the Tony Lagana kennel. Good run last start, was slow out, and the Honeys tell me the second was indicative of another win coming up. Drawn better on Wednesday out of box 2, and looks a great chance. The other one they've come up with, and Bruce will like this, race 12, number 1, Crazy Heart. Just failed to get up on a photo finish last Wednesday. Bruce has kept her at the Wednesday meeting to get her confidence up. She's drawn box 1 and should be a soft snap according to the Honeys. Now on Thursday night, the girls have gone for race 2, number 4, Aston Thomas, the South Australian dog in one of the first heats of the Adelaide Cup. He's a good beginner. If he gets on the bunny, he's a very smart greyhound. The Honeys think that he could kick South Australia off on the right leg. And they've gone in race 4 for number 3, Proven Nitro. This dog has won 11 out of 22 for Jason Thompson. And, of course, he has won the race in the past with Whippy's Image and also El Gallo. So he knows exactly what he's doing with the Adelaide Cup. Now, the boys behind the cameras from the In the Box Seat team have come up with race 8, number 3, Gregorieva Bale. Ran great races in the Coca-Cola Derby, ran second in the final, and they think that it'll win a heat of the Cup. As far as my winners for the week are concerned, on Wednesday, race 5, number 4, Fancy Idol. It's a new one for the Wizard of Oz, Aussie Chigia, over from Sydney. It did win 2 in a row at Wentworth Park some time back, running around about the 30 dead mark. I believe it's trialled very fast here at Angle Park. Also, race 8, number 1, Cahail Cannon. Peter Jovanovic brought him back to racing recently after a good spell, and he won at big odds. He's drawn the red this time around. I think it'll be too quick for them. He has posted a time of 22.18, near record time, so I think he's a good thing. On Thursday night, I've gone for race 5, number 8, Heston Bale. He's drawn the right box. Heston Bale is a very strong dog. Been missing the kick in Adelaide, but he only has to get out half near them and get a clear run, and he'll clean them up in his heat of the Triple M Adelaide Cup. And the other one I've gone for is race 9, number 2, Spud Regis, the Coca-Cola Derby winner. It's been a long time since I've seen a greyhound begin this quickly at Angle Park, and he's not weak either. He's very strong at the finish. Bruce Lellmann joins us to talk about Triple M and his greyhounds, Rush Hour, Stack 'em Flat, Crazy Heart, and a few new puppies coming through in just a moment. Well, as promised, our special guest on In the Box Seat this week on Channel 44 is former Riverland identity Bruce Lellmann. Welcome, Bruce.
G'day, Ray. How you going, mate?
I'm going terrific. What about your dogs? You've got a big responsibility with Rush Hour, the Triple M dog running in the Adelaide Cup. You're flying high.
Well, I've got Mark and the boys on me back, so it's we'll see what happens, hey?
Owned by Mark Rasciuto and the team at Triple M.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and I hope it's going to work out well for everybody.
Well, it's certainly worked out well so far. You took the Greyhound over, about 3 months ago, and To be honest, it was in a bit of a form slump at the time, and you were brave, I think, to take it on. You're on a kick in the pants to nothing, but you've turned the dog around.
Well, yeah, she's won a few, mate. It's a bit of a challenge for me, just get away from my own breed of dog, just to see what to hope it's all experience for me down the track. But yeah, she's a little trier, and yeah, I can talk a bit about the heats if you like, or
Well, how do you think she'll shape up? It seems as though it is a dog that does like the speed right on. She has risen to the occasion, but some of these greyhounds coming over, they're stars.
Oh yeah, Ray, she's a half a dozen lengths short, a lot of these dogs, and maybe a bit more. But she got a bit of a bad habit of coming up with the lids. But last week she come out of the boxes, and I'm just hoping that runs give her a bit of confidence, and each week maybe she might get a bit more confidence. But if she comes out running, not coming up with the lids, we'll give her a little bit of hope of putting in a bold performance, I'm
trying to remember back, Bruce. Was Crazy Heart number one in last year's Cup final? She was in one of the big finals.
Yeah, she was in box one, yeah. Yeah, she won a heat and she went into box one, but they were too good for her. But
not there this year, but still been a good year for her. I guess she's starting to get on a bit, and she's a greyhound that you've been able to rejuvenate a few times. Just when she looks as though the form's gone, you do get her back each time.
Yeah, well, breeding of dogs, it's a funny thing. Some dogs thrive on it, and bitches, they sort of, they're a little bit, a little bit less advantaged, I guess. And you've just got to, hopefully you can get them in the right mood and go for it. Yeah.
And the grand old campaigner, Stack 'em Flat, you got him back after a huge run of injuries, and he's starting to put it all together.
Yeah, his first week back the other week, he wasn't too bad, but last week he went a bit different. He sort of jumped with the field, and he scouted wide around him all night, and I noticed on the back home bend there he didn't know which way to go. He likes to get down on the rail, and that sort of hindered him a bit, and it looked as if he did it hard,
Now, you've got a few puppies coming through out of your good producer, Bar Crusher. Haven't exactly hit the ground running. Is there hope for them?
No, they haven't. Pure Octane Bar Crusher, and everybody's got their own story about dogs, and they just seem to be taking a little bit of time to get it all together, and I'm just persevering with them quietly. And each week I can see a little bit of wanting to do it, a bit better all the time. Yeah.
Now, you took the big plunge recently, and you shifted from your Riverland base, where you'd been for many, many years, and moved down closer to Adelaide. What's the change like?
Oh, it's pretty good. Well, when you're with your dogs, I moved from a lovely place in Remote with the river and everything up there, and but when you're with your dogs, you're surrounded by them, and you sort of, you do what you do in your own backyard, and you drive down the road to the track, and that's your life sort of thing. But it's interesting. It's just taken me a while to feel my way through. I think with the weather and everything like that, it's just something to adjust to. But I've got young pups coming through now that are born here, and I'd have no hesitation in just letting them, not worrying about them so much.
What about, you don't miss the tiger snakes, the kangaroos, and all that sort of thing?
Well, you wouldn't believe, I was walking in my run yesterday. I got a 200-metre run, and my neighbour Tim, he's got a business there, Tim's Dingo Service, and I had stacked.
Well, he services dingoes.
No, he's got a. I think the vehicle he drives is made by dingoes, so there's a plug for them. But I was walking down the side of my run, and you would not believe a kangaroo come hopping down his driveway.
Is that right?
That is exactly.
Oh, you don't mind the skippies, the Joe Blakes, I'm not so keen on.
Yeah, well, they're everywhere. You just got to keep your head down and keep looking all the time.
Well, they tell me that's one thing Bruce is doing all the time. He keeps his eyes wide open. Bruce, it's been great to have you on our program In the Box Seat tonight.
Thank you very much, Ray.
Bruce Lellmann, the popular trainer, and of course Crazy Hearts racing on the Wednesday, drawn box 1, and the Honeys think she's a pretty good thing. I hope you can get down for the Adelaide Cup. If you can't make it to the heats this Thursday night, make sure you put a booking in for the week after for the Triple M Adelaide Cup final. It'll be a wonderful night.